Good morning, children. Children, we are dealing the lesson refraction of light at curved surfaces. In the last part, we have learnt about the different image formations of a convex lens, along with the ray diagrams, uses, and all you have learned. In today's class, we have to discuss related to concave lens image formations at various positions of a concave lens. So we have to discuss the image formation of a concave lens at various positions of the object. Unlike convex lens, in concave we have only two positions and two ray diagrams. Very rarely the questions related to this concave lens will be asked. Here the first condition is object at infinity. So I hope you have remembered the rules for the concave lens. A ray parallel to principal axis, what happens after refraction? It appears to come from a focal point. So that rule he applied to get the image formation when the object is placed at infinity. And one more condition, we know that whenever an object at infinity, we have to consider the parallel rays. So here the parallel rays, one is passing through principal axis, the one is above the principal axis, the other one is below the principal axis. So above and below they have taken, and that is the rule he applied, and they extended uh, backward. So they meet at F1. So this is the ray diagram for the object which is at infinity, where you are going to get the image. Image we got at F1 point, nothing but at focus. So position of the object is at infinity, position of the image is at focus, nature of the image formed is virtual and erect, size of the image is highly diminished. So your second condition is object is placed between 2f1 and f1, or you can take one more in general. What is that? Anywhere between optical center and infinity. So here, but the condition I have taken is object is between 2f1 and f1. Again, you have to take a rule. One rule is parallel to principal axis. So after getting refracted, the ray when you extend with a broken light that appears to come from a focal point. So the focal point is represented with f1. And one more rule also we have to take. What is the second rule? A ray which is passing through optic center that goes straight, nothing but undeviated. So these two rays meet at one point. Let that point be A dash. So the object is AB, the image is A dash B dash. So where you have found on the same, where you got the image here on the same side of the object placed. So that is the reason it is always a virtual and erect image is formed. So irrespective of the positions, you can take anywhere beyond 2f1 also, 2f1 also. That then also the condition will be same only. Diminished, virtual, and erect. Position of the object is between 2f1 and f1. I told already. Anywhere you can take between optical center and infinity. So position of the image formed is between optic center and f1 here, or if you take the other condition where you're going to image, always it will be between optic center and focus only wherever you take the position of the object. And always the nature of the image will be always it is virtual and erect, and size of the image will be diminished. So these are the characteristics of image formed in a concave lens. In shortcut way, we can remember the characteristics of image formed in a concave lens. So that is position of an object, position of the image, size of the image, and nature of the image between optical center and infinity. So position of the image formed will be between optical center and the focus. So size of the image smaller than the object means you can in general you can write it is diminished. Nature of the image will be virtual and erect. Next condition at infinity. Here also At the focus, you'll get the image. Size of the image is much smaller than the object, means highly diminished, you have to remember. And nature of the image is virtual and erect. So the uses of a concave lens used in spectacles to correct the vision, that is short-sightedness in optical instruments, and wide-angle spy hole in doors, and islands in Galilean telescope. To distinguish between convex and concave lens, just take the two lenses and place on a script or a writing, whatever you see in the picture. So if the letters appear enlarged, then the lens is known as a convex lens. If whatever the letters appear diminished or smaller in size, then that type of lens is known as a concave lens. I hope you have identified what is so right side I can see my convex lens, and left side I have seen my concave lens. So I hope you have understood this. So what is the reason? Here a convex lens produces an enlarged image of an object held within the optical center and the principal axis, whereas a concave lens produces a diminished image of an object held between optical center and focus of the lens. According to the nature of the images we have studied in concave and convex, that we have applied and we have checked the conditions through application, whether it is the same condition we can see or not. This is the activity I have done to understand the nature of image formed through a concave lens. And I have taken two different positions also. Once I will show you the conditions also. So first you understand what I have taken: a candle, a lens stand where I have kept a concave lens. Here, the first condition is I have kept my object, here my object is candle, anywhere between optical center and infinity at some distance. So whatever the position of image I am not discussing, I am talking about the size of the image. Size of the image is diminished here, and while you are seeing through the lens, it indicates it is a virtual and erect. So you are seeing the same candle as how it is, not inverted image. So the first condition, this is the first condition through the concave lens. Here this is the second condition. What is that? The object is placed at infinity. My candle is placed, not infinity means at a far away distance from the lens, not somewhere. So where I'll get actually the image formed will be at focus. But I am not worried about the position of the image. I am worried about only the size of the image formed and what is the nature of the image. So here highly diminished. You can see the candle size is highly reduced. And what is the nature of the image formed here? Virtual and erect. I hope you have understood the nature and size of the image in these two conditions related to concave lens. In today's class, we have learned the image formations of different positions of a concave lens, its uses, and an activity I have shown, and the differences between how to identify whether if two different lenses are given to you without touching, how to identify whether it is a concave lens or a convex lens. So, see you children in the next online video. So, thank you children.